Once again, you all are welcome in my artificial intelligence lecture series. Today, in today's lecture, we cover a very important algorithm which is very frequently used nowadays in artificial intelligence. Can you guess? Okay, I'll tell you. That algorithm is min-max algorithm. How this min-max algorithm, applicable in artificial intelligence, and what are its advantages and what are its disadvantages. You understand it with with an example. So without wasting time, let us play this video and we'll see how min-max algorithm is used in artificial intelligence.
Let us take a quick revision as we did in all my lectures. Let us let us take a quick revision what we did in the last class and what we are going to do in the today's class. Today's class is also a very important where we learn a new algorithm of artificial intelligence. So in the last class we talk about adversarial search and how this search is important in AI. As Nishal tell told us that adversarial search is a search where we examine a problem which arises when we try to plan ahead of a world. That is a kind of game. If you are playing a game with some opponents, then opponents will try to beat you, and also you also try to beat the opponent. So how for that it is very important for the multi-agent environment, this kind of search. And here also we read about the deterministic and non-deterministic game, the games where the whole pattern which based on the strict pattern and set of rules are called deterministic games. And the games which is unpredictable, like you throw a dice or you pick a card, like a poker or some games that are called non-deterministic game. So but in our course we are strict towards deterministic game, because in non-deterministic game the probability or a lot of mathematics is involved. So in our course we are strictly deal with the deterministic games. And then we read about the zero sum game. What is that? It means the in a game, if there are two players, then what will happen? One is tries to maximize himself and another is try to minimize himself. The sum of the two is zero. Like, I'll give you an example. Let us suppose someone get win when he get two, and another one will get lose when he get the win when he get minus two. So they are trying to balance each other. So the whole sum of the game is zero. It means there is no ambiguity in the game. It may it means the either a one person A win or B win, or they may have a draw if it get zero. There are three states in zero sum game. So that we already covered. And then we talk about the formalization of the these kind of games, how these kind of games can be formed, that we already read. Then game tree. We talk about the game tree. Game tree is one of the method. Through the initial method, we have to draw the game. Uh, we have to draw set all the state spaces. Whatsoever state spaces are the possible outcomes. So like TikTok 2 game, we talk about in TikTok 2 game how the different spaces can be drawn. So this all, and these state spaces, when they are maintained in such a order, that order is what we call game tree. This is what we call game tree. So till this we learned what is adversarial search and what are. So at the end we came to know it what is the adversarial search. Its procedure says it aims to find the optimum strategy for the max to the win the game. It follows the procedure of depth first search, and in the game optimal leaf nodes could appear at any depth of the tree. Propagate the min-max values up to the tree until the terminal. This is all about adversarial search. Now the today's topic is very important, and it is minimax algorithm in AI. This is very important and very frequently it is asked in the exam. What is what is minimax algorithm. So let us start this. Let us start this. Minimax algorithm is what? Now minimax algorithm is a recursive. Recursive means what? Recursive means like a recursive relation. If there is a relation like this, it means when you put any value of n, you can let us suppose you put 3, then here it is a3, this is 3 a2 minus 1, sorry 3a2, because minus 1 3 minus 1 is 2. So the future value is depending upon the previous value. This is what we call recursive relation or a backtracking. So minimax algorithm, the very first very important point is it is recursive or a backtracking algorithm, which is used in decision making and in game theory. So game theory is also one of the very interesting topic in the mathematics. Maybe it is not in your course, but this is very important topic in mathematics. So minimax algorithm is a recursive or a backtracking algorithm which is used in decision making and the game theory. It provides an optimal move for a player, assuming that opponent is also playing optimally. Optimal means they try to try to beat you in a best possible ways. That is what we call optimal. Means they will not anyhow. Optimal means whenever they got a chance to kill you, they immediately kill you. They do not give you any other chance. That is what we call optimal playing. So Minimax algorithm uses recursion to search throughout the game tree. Game tree we already discussed. Game tree is what? Game tree is whenever we are going to design any game, like our own choice, what we do, we generally make the state spaces. First, state spaces are the outcomes, and we then arrange the state spaces in such a way I'm sorry, and then we arrange the state spaces in such a way it will have a shape of a tree. So this is what we call game tree. So Minimax algorithm uses a recursion to search. Recursion means the backtracking, means you have to you started from the end and then move back. That is what we call recursion. Means to find out the next state, you have to use the previous state. Like in a chess or any game, how you play? You play like when someone moves, then you search his or her move, and then you play your own move. So this how the minimax game is. Game means it means one is trying to minimize the himself, and another is trying to maximize himself, like a seesaw. On a seesaw, what will happen? One is trying to pull something down, and another one is trying to push something up. Or there are three conditions. If this person moves it down, then he will win. When this person moves it up, then he will win. Otherwise, when there is no movement, it means both are balanced. There is no winner in the game. So like that, minimax is a sort of algorithm where one person is trying to minimize himself, and another person trying to maximize himself. So minimax algorithm is most used in a game playing. Most of the games, most not all, in the all games which are deterministic, such as chess, checkers, tic-tac-toe, go, and various. I think you all played these games. Uh, these algorithms computers the min-max decision for the current state. Rahul, I am audible. Rahul,
Yes, sir, you're audible.
right. Okay. So in this algorithm, two players play the game. One is called max, that I told you already. One person is what we call max, and another is what we call min. So both the player fight it as the opponent player gets the minimum benefit, while they get the maximum benefit. Both players of the games are the opponent of each other, where max will select the maximized value and min will select the minimized value. These are the important points. If somebody asks you min-max algorithm, you have to write all. And the next point is very important. The min-max algorithm performs a depth first search algorithm for the exploration of the complete game tree. The min-max algorithm proceeds all the way down to the terminal node and then backtrack. How? We will see through the example. So now there is a working. Let us explore the working of min-max algorithm. Working of min-max algorithm. What is the how it works? The working of min-max algorithm can be easily described using an example. We will take it. We have taken an example of game tree, which is representing the two-player game. That is a randomly we are taking a game. Means we constructing a tree our own. I will show you. And that tree is through that game tree. We will explain how the min-max algorithm will work. So in this example, there are two players. One is called maximizer and another is called minimizer. The maximizer, as a name suggested, maximizer, it's a he is a that player who try to maximize the result, the his strategy, and minimizer is a player B which who is minimize his strategy. So maximizer will try to maximum possible score, that I told you. The minimizer will try to get the minimum possible score. The algorithm, definitely, they uses DFS, depth first search. So in the game tree, we have to go all the way through all the leaves to reach the terminal nodes. Like I told you, how depth first search works. In depth first search, you have to first of all move towards the bottom. Like if this node is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E. So how it traverses? First of all, A, B, C, D. First of all, you have to move towards the bottom. Then you have to backtrack and cover all the untouched nodes. So this is how the DFS is applying in this min-max. Means in min-max, the technique is different, but the basic algorithm behind the min-max is DFS. Now, but how it is different from DFS, we will see. At the terminal node, the terminal values are given. So we'll compare those values and backtrack the tree until the initial state occur. So following are the main steps. So let us see the steps. Now the number one step. In the step first, the algorithm generates the entire game tree. This is very important. This is very important. Whenever let us suppose I'll give you a game, and I'll ask you a question like, you have to apply the min-max algorithm in this game, and how you have to proceed. So first of all, you have to draw its state spaces, and then arrange the state spaces in the and to generate a game tree, and apply the utility function to get the utility value. What are the utility value? I'll explain it with the example. Let's wait. In the below tree diagram, this is the tree. Okay, we will see. This is the tree diagram. Suppose maximizer takes first turn, which has worst case initial value is minus infinity. For a maximizer, the initial value is minus infinity, and for the minimizer, the initial value is plus infinity. See, for the maximizer, the initial value it has its value is minus infinity, and for minimizer, the initial value is infinity. So what minimizer trying to do? Minimizer try to minimize it. Infinity plus infinity means it has a maximum value. So minimizer trying to trying to minimize it as up to zero, or not up to zero, like try to minimize it to minus infinity. And this minus infinity maximizer, what this is its initial value. So at the end of the game, when he wins, when he try to get plus infinity. So maximizer try to minimize its value to maximize its value to the plus infinity. So its initial value is minus infinity, and minimizer has the initial value of plus infinity, and he tries to make it minus infinity in a game. Then only the game is games is possible. So this can be done? Okay, let us see. This is a game tree. Let us suppose this is a game tree. This is a game tree in which A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. These are the terminal nodes, and this is the game tree. We'll just assume it. But in practically, if we are talking about like a TikTok 2 game. In TikTok 2 game, we designed. If you remember in the last class, we have a state spaces for the TikTok 2 game. The first after the first step, what are the possible next steps? This is what we call state spaces. What are the possible outcomes can be possible? So these are what we call the state spaces. So you need not to be get confused. What is this? This is a tree. This is just like the state spaces we assume. Let us suppose this is a game, and these are the states that we get after after a particular move. So these is a just example, and these are the random values we already assigned. This is also for a particular game. We have some values, that is what we call terminal values. So here in this example, I'll assume it is minus 1, 4, 2, 6, minus 3, 5, minus 507. These are the terminal values, or these are the terminal nodes, and these are the terminal values. Then this stage is, let us suppose the first chance will taken by the maximizer. So maximizer, what he tries to do, maximizer, he will try to his initial value is minus infinity, means the lower value, and he tries to make it maximum. And then for the next, once he completed its task or turn, then the turn of minimizer will occur. Now minimizer, what he will try to do, he has the initial value of infinity, and he tries to make it as minimum as possible, like minus infinity. So turn by time they have the values, and at the end whatsoever value we have get here, uh, that is the end of the game. We have to reach up to the A. So how it is done, we will see in the subsequent section. So step number two. So the very first step that you understand is, for any min max algorithm, you have to design the game tree. I think everybody understand. And how the game tree proceed. In the game tree there is a terminal nodes and the terminal values, and then first of all one person try to maximize himself. Then that is the first person maximizer has a turn. After that the minimizer. Maybe somebody of you have an question query, like whether every time maximizer has to turn first. No, it depends upon us. We can create it like this: the minimizer will try start the game, and then maximizer, then minimizer. It's up to you, because anyhow in every game, to begin with there is a toss. Toss is what? Toss is to assign the priority to who starts the game. So that is, it's a, but here we assume that maximizer plays first, then minimizer, then maximizer. So I think up to this, it is all clear. Now step number two. Step number two. Now first we have to find the utility values. Now what are the utility values? This is the second time this word come in this lecture. I will tell you what is the utility value. Utility value is see, the maximizer has the initial value is minus infinity, that I told you. Maximizer has the initial value, it has the initial value of minus infinity. So we will compare each value in the terminal state with the initial value of maximizer and determine the higher nodes value. So what we are trying to do here is, like for the node D. Okay, let me okay. Okay, let me take this. Okay, so for node D, maximizer for node D. Okay, see here, for node D, for this node T, what is happening? Maximizer has initial value of minus infinity, so it compares its minus infinity with this value minus 1. So minus infinity and minus 1, and he will pick the maximum value out of it. So minus infinity, minus 1 and minus infinity, definitely the maximum value out of it is minus 1. So it pick the minus 1 with these two states and compare that minus 1 with this 4. Then again minus 1 and 4. So for the node D, the maximum value will come as 4. I think I hope you understand, because this is minus infinity. I'll explain again. The value of initial value of the D is minus infinity. First of all, what the node do? It compares its value with the node H. Its value is minus 1. Then you have to, then maximizer always try to maximize its score. So its scores will become minus 1, because you have to take the maximum value out of these two, and the maximum value out of these two is minus 1. I hope everybody understand. The maximum value out of these nodes is minus 1. Then it will compare the value with the 4. Then the maximum value with minus 1 and the 4 is will be 4. That's why the ultimately after the first move, the D has a maximum value of 4. Similarly, with E node, if you calculate, then its value would be the maximum value, that is 6. Similarly, here minus 3 and minus 5, But the processor is going on like this. It has an initial value minus infinity. Then you compare it with this, you will get minus 3. Then minus 3 minus 5. Which one is greater? Minus 3 and minus 5. Let me ask somebody. Minus 3 and minus 5. Which one is greater? Okay. Just read Singh. Can you explain? Minus 3 and minus 5. Which one is greater?
So minus 3 is greater.
Minus 3 is greater, okay? Okay. Okay, Muhammad Asif helps you, Jasveer Singh this time, no problem. So, obviously, minus 3 and minus 5, minus 3 and minus 5, minus 3 is greater. Please mute yourself, right? So, this is, you will at the end of the value, you will have minus 3 here. Similarly, for in between 0 and 7, you will get 0. So, this is how, the values of the maximizer is computed. 4, 6, minus 3 and 0. And this is done how? I will explain once again for all of you. This is not you are picking the maximum of these two. Mind it. This is not like this. You are picking the maximum minus 1 and 4, that is 4. It is in the machine, it is working like this. It has initial value minus 1, minus infinity, because it is a maximizer. I already told you why it has minus infinity. So now minus infinity is compared with minus 1, and which one is the maximum value? Then it is minus 1. After that, the D has a value of minus 1. But it is not completed yet. Then you have to complete this minus 1 with this 4. Obviously, out of these two, minus 1 and 4, 4 has a maximum value. That's why it get assigned to the D. So this is the second step of the algorithm. You have to compute for the values for the maximizer that I already showed you. These are the maximizer's value. So here it is not 0. This is 7. Minus wrongly I have written, because maximum value out of 0 and 7 is 7. So this is how you computed the value of all the nodes. So these are the values, and in the exam also you have to show it like this. First of all, you compared maximum of, see, first of all you compared maximum of minus 1 and infinity, minus infinity. Then you compared maximum of minus 1 and 4. Then you have this answer. So I hope you understand. Now till now we covered two broad steps in min-max algorithm. Number one, you have to draw the game tree. Game tree means by using the state spaces. And number two, you have to apply this strategy to calculate the maximum values. Now, step number three, we will quickly move towards. This is a figure which shows how these values get computed, and it is written here. Now we'll move towards the step number three. Now in the step number 3, I think everybody understand this. Minimizer has the initial value of infinity. So in the same way as we did it in the maximizer, we have to did it in the minimizer. How? First of all, you have to compute the minimum value of these two. Minimum value of infinity and 4 is 4, and then you have to compare it with 6. So this value has 4. Similarly, here the minimum value of infinity and minus 3 is minus 3, and then you have to compare it with the 7, then you will get minus 3. So this how you have to calculate the values for the branch number 2. This is what we call step number 3. Basically we have to move these steps till the time we have to reach to the point A. So the step number 3, I think you understand. In the step number 3, what we have to do, again it is a turn of maximizer. So you have to took the maximum value out of these two, you will get 4. So after getting the 4, that was the complete workflow of min-max two-player algorithm. This is a complete workflow of min-max two-player algorithm. That is, you have to start from the bottom. Recursion. This is called recursion. And using this value, you computed this. Using these values, you computed this. And using this value, you computed this. Now, there is a problem in this min-max algorithm, that for every situation or every move, you have to compute the nodes, each and every nodes. And game is not like this as shown in this game tree. Game has a so many sample spaces that we already learn about the tic-tac-toe game. Tic-tac-toe game, how many sample spaces, how many state spaces are there? Can anybody tell how many state spaces? Okay, I'll ask Vanshika. How many state spaces are there in tic-tac-toe game? Okay, anybody who knows, please raise your hand. How many state spaces are there? Muhammad Asif,
Yes, sir.
how many state spaces are there in TikTok game? It is more than 40,000, yeah. I already
Nine
Sir,
explained.
factorial.
इसमें yes,
It is just like, how many?
Nine factorial.
9 factorial, right? Because 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 moves can, after stating one move, there are 8 possible ways: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So in 8 factorial ways, not 9 factorial, because one is already fixed. So 8 factorial moves can be possible for a TikTok 2 game. And 8 factorial, how much? It is 8 multiplied 7 6 5 4 3 2. So if you multiply it, it will comes, I think, near about 40,000 moves. So this here, how many moves you can see? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Only 15, 15 state spaces. And we are, if we are, and TikTok 2 game, it is a very small game. It is not so big game. To the to such a small game, 40,000 moves are there. And would you think whether the min-max algorithm is possible to, to apply on TikTok 2 game? Because every time, for every move, you have to search all the sample space, state spaces. So 40,000 state spaces. Would you think it is advisable to search every each and every state spaces? And this is the smallest game that ever have. Although there are so many games with the millions and the billions moves. So this is the main limitation of min-max game. It is not applicable to all the games. Yeah, definitely it will applicable to the games which are small. So that the small means the game which have the less number of state spaces. But it is not good to adopt this whole, like in hill climbing. The simple hill climbing is also a very good algorithm, but we not always use it, because there it every time you have to calculate all the steps. So that's why we learned there form of hill climbing, that is stochastic. Instead of all, we search only the those who are most appropriate. Similarly here, min-max is not a good algorithm, but definitely this is one of the algorithm which is the base of the artificial intelligence games. So let me conclude at the end. So these are the properties of min-max: the complete, optimal, time complexity, space complexity. This you have to just read it. The min-max algorithm is complete because all the all the state spaces you have. It is a optimal. Min-max algorithm is optimal. If both opponents are playing optimally, then it is optimal. If somebody did mistakes, then obviously it is not. One means in a game, sometimes what will happen? A player trying to deliberately lose him or herself. So in that case, that is not an optimal game. Optimal game is like that: you also try to beat and I also try to beat you. Then it is an optimal game. But if I surrender, like okay, yaar, you just win, that is not an optimal strategy. So this is the property of min-max algorithm, that if the both opponents are optimally used, then this is one of the property. And time complexity, you have to learn. Its time complexity is 0 bm, where b is the branching factor, that is how many branches of that tree get formed. And space complexity, min-max space complexity is very very high, that is b cross m, big O of b cross m. So I hope you all about learn about this in ADA, what is big O, what is small O. That's why I'm not go into the detail of these uh, notations. So space complexity of the min-max algorithm is O of Bm, and the time complexity O b raised to power m. So these are the major problems in the min-max algorithm. So it is also mentioned in limitation. The main drawback of min-max algorithm is that it is very slow, really slow for a complex games such as chess and Go. This type of algorithm has a huge branching factor because these type of games have very high branching factors, means that their trees are very complex and the player has a lot of choices to decide. So this is the limitation of min max. So how it is get improved? This get be improved by using a alpha beta pruning. Now what is pruning? Pruning means cutting. So what is alpha beta pruning? We will discuss it in the next class. In today's class, we have covered the min-max algorithm. I hope I am able to explain the min-max algorithm in detail to you, all of you. If you still have any question, any query regarding min-max algorithm, now this is an open discussion with all of you. Okay, can anybody explain? Anybody have any question? Or otherwise, I'll ask.
सर
हाँ,
दिस इज
जसवीर सिंह.
जसवीर. सर एल्गोरिथम का सेकंड स्टेप बताना एक बार प्लीज.
Okay, right. Jasveer asked what is the second step of the algorithm. See, Jasveer, first step is okay. Let me explain. The first step is to generate a game tree, and game tree means what? You have to form all the state spaces and you have to arrange it like in a tree manner. Now, the step number 2 is you have to maximize. You have to calculate the maximizer values by the terminal values. And how it is calculated? By comparing it, like it has a value 4, sorry, it maximizer की initial value होती है minus infinity, ये आपको पता है. मैक्सिमाइजर, हाँ, मैक्सिमाइजर की इनिशियल वैल्यू होती है माइनस इन्फिनिटी, और मैक्सिमाइजर क्या करता है? अपनी वैल्यू को मैक्सिमाइज करने की कोशिश करता है. तो तुम क्या करोगे? माइनस इन्फिनिटी और माइनस वन को कंपेयर करोगे. माइनस इन्फिनिटी और माइनस वन को जब कंपेयर करोगे, जब माइनस इन्फिनिटी और माइनस वन को आप कंपेयर करोगे बेटा, तो आपके पास क्या आएगा? माइनस वन. सो और माइनस वन को फिर तो 4 से कंपेयर करेगा मैक्सिमम वैल्यू के लिए, तो क्या आएगा? 4. दिस हाउ यू कैलकुलेटेड इट फॉर ऑल. ये समझ में आ गया? ये सेकंड स्टेप है. फिर थर्ड स्टेप में क्या करेगा? सेम काम तेरे को मिनिमाइजर के लिए करना है. मिनिमाइजर की इनिशियल वैल्यू पता क्या होती है?
प्लस इन्फिनिटी.
वेरी गुड, प्लस इन्फिनिटी. जब प्लस इन्फिनिटी को तू 4 से कंपेयर करेगा तो मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या होगी?
सर 4.
फिर 4 को तू 6 से कंपेयर करेगा तो मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या होगी? 4. तो इसलिए इसकी वैल्यू आ गई 4. ओके,
ठीक है सर.
ऐसे करके देखो, ये तेरा थर्ड स्टेप है. मिनिमाइजर की वैल्यू निकाली, फिर तूने एट द एंड मैक्सिमाइजर की वैल्यू निकाली. तो दिस हाउ यू कम अप एंड विद दिस काइंड ऑफ ट्री. समझ में आया?
जी सर.
समझ में आया?
जी सर.
ओके. राहुल तनवर, एनी प्रॉब्लम?
नो सर, क्लियर है.
बिल्कुल क्लियर है. वेरी गुड. अच्छा जी, यश पंत,
यस सर.
क्लियर?
सर एक बार प्रॉपर्टीज बता दो.
क्लियर है पूरा.
एक मिनट, किसने पूछा प्रॉपर्टीज?
सर मैंने. केतन
द्विवेदी. ओके, केतन आज आए हो तुम? वेरी गुड. केतन ने अपनी प्रेजेंस, अपनी हाजिरी लगा दी है बोलकर. चलो केतन, क्या पूछ रहे हो बेटा? प्रॉपर्टीज में बेटे, प्रॉपर्टीज का मतलब क्या होता है पहले से समझ. प्रॉपर्टीज का मतलब होता है कि मिन मैक्स एल्गोरिथम की खासियत क्या क्या है, मतलब वो क्या क्या चीजें होती हैं उसमें. तो पहली चीज है कंप्लीट. मिन मैक्स एल्गोरिथम हमेशा कंप्लीट एल्गोरिथम होगी. क्यों? क्योंकि भाई इसके अंदर एक कंप्लीट, एक फाइनाइट सर्च ट्री है. भाई गेम, अब तेरे पास एक रोड मैप है, जब रोड मैप में कोई चेंजेस नहीं है तो वो कंप्लीट है. समझ में आया? पहली प्रॉपर्टी. आउटपुट देता रहे, बोलता रहे, कंप्लीट. समझ में आया?
हाँ जी सर. हाँ जी.
ओके, अब नेक्स्ट है ऑप्टिमल. ऑप्टिमल प्रॉपर्टी क्या है? मिन-मैक्स एल्गोरिथम हमेशा ऑप्टिमली इज ऑप्टिमल. ये तभी ऑप्टिमल होगी मिन-मैक्स एल्गोरिथम जब दोनों प्लेयर ऑप्टिमली खेलेंगे. अब पता लगा तू और मैं कोई गेम खेल रहे हैं, तू खुद ही मरने आ रहा है, पबजी खेल रहे हैं सपोज, तू और मैं एक दूसरे को किल करना है, तो खुद ही मेरे सामने आ गया कि मारो सर, मुझे मारो. तो भाई वो तो ऑप्टिमल कहाँ रही गेम? वो तो एक बंदा तो अपने आप को वो कर रहा है. मजा तो तब आता है ना कि दोनों प्लेयर एक दूसरे से जीतने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तो ऑप्टिमल तब होगी ये गेम जब दोनों ही प्लेयर ऑप्टिमली खेलेंगे. ये एक प्रॉपर्टी है मिन-मैक्स की. तीसरी प्रॉपर्टी जो तूने पढ़ी है वो है टाइम्स कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. ये क्योंकि डीएफएस पे काम करती है तो इसकी भी टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी डीएफएस की तरह ही होती है. b⁻m, वेयर b इज द ब्रांचिंग फैक्टर एंड m इज द मैक्सिमम डेप्थ ऑफ द ट्री. तो b की पावर m इतनी ज़्यादा टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा है. अगर ये गेम 3 स्टेप में खत्म नहीं हो रही है, 100 स्टेप में खत्म हो रही है, तो भाई टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगी। टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी क्या होता है कि कितना टाइम ले रही है वो गेम खत्म होने में। तो ये गेम अगर बड़ी बड़ी गेमों में ये लगा दोगे ना मिनमैक्स एल्गोरिथम, तो भाई बहुत टाइम ले लेगी वो। ऐसे ही स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होती है कि वो जब तू उसको उसके अंदर डालता है, प्रोसेसर के अंदर डालता है, रैम के थ्रू या हार्ड डिस्क के थ्रू, किसी चीज के थ्रू, तो ज्यादा स्पेस लेती है। कितना स्पेस लेती है, दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी। तो स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ मिनमैक्स एल्गोरिथम अगर लगाता है तो बहुत ज्यादा हाई हो जाती है, क्योंकि नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स देखो b इंटू एम, बी तेरी ब्रांचिंग फैक्टर है। अभी तो तेरा ट्री छोटा सा था, अगर ये ट्री बहुत बड़ा होता तो फिर वो ब्रांचिंग फैक्टर को तुम नंबर ऑफ m इज द मैक्सिमम डेप्थ से मल्टीप्लाई करता तो तेरे को बहुत बड़ा ह्यूज नंबर आ जाता। इसलिए स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी भी इसकी एक प्रॉब्लम है। तो ये प्रॉपर्टीज हैं बेसिकली, पेपर में अगर प्रॉपर्टीज आती हैं तो यू हैव टू जस्ट एक्सप्लेन दीज 4, राइट? ओके
ओके सर।
हाँ, यस, कौन पूछ रहा है?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर, दिस इज वंशिका।
यस वंशिका, प्लीज टेल।
सर, जो आपने ये एल्गोरिथम बताई, इसकी रियल टाइम में कहाँ कौन सी ऐसी एप्लीकेशन है जहाँ पे ये यूज़ होती है? जैसे कि आपने बताया कि इट कांट बी अप्लाइड इन एनी काइंड ऑफ गेम बिकॉज उसकी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगी। सो विच टाइप ऑफ रियल?
Right. Very good and very appropriate question here. See, actually, you know, initially this strategy is designed min-max. Like the small games, there are so many small games are there. Like TikTok 2, we will say it is a very small game. But there are so many small games where there is only jump and there is a which have on very few states. That is what we call the small game, right? So initially we when there is no advancement in the AI, when this algorithm is designed, then most of the games I am saying, most of the games are designed in only in this algorithm. But later on the designer find there is a problem, like it will take a huge time and to upload. Once it is uploaded, then it is anyone can play it smooth, and the people later on understand it requires more spaces. So and engineer, in the front of engineer there is a challenge. Every time they are trying to minimize the cost as well as the complexity. So as the advancements are going on, the people understand, like proving of alpha beta is far better than this. Pruning of alpha beta algorithm is one that we will discuss in the next class. So that is much better than this. So obviously why it is much better, I will tell you here only. Why the alpha beta pruning algorithm is much better than min-max. Like in min-max we are we explore each and every node, but in alpha beta pruning we just explore half of it. So definitely it will save our time. Most of the branches we never have to visit. If this kind of algorithm we built, then definitely it will save time. That is a problem, real time problem in this particular algorithm. इसके अंदर जो प्रॉब्लम है वो हम कैसे अवॉइड कर सकते हैं? कोई भी बंदा पूछे, देखो हमेशा क्वेश्चन के अंदर ही आंसर होता है। आपसे मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा कि मिनमैक्स एल्गोरिथम बुरा क्यों है, मतलब इसके अंदर ड्रॉबैक क्या है, तो आप लोगों ने मुझे आंसर बोला क्योंकि सर इसके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा ब्रांचेस अगर हो जाएंगी तो हर टाइम अगर हम पूरे स्टेट ट्री को कवर करेंगे तो इट विल क्रिएट प्रॉब्लम, और टाइम भी ज़्यादा लेगा और स्पेस भी ज़्यादा लेगा। तो ऑब्वियसली अगर मैं कह रहा हूँ कि इसका एक ऑल्टरनेटिव है अल्फा बीटा प्रूइंग, तो आप लोगों को खुद ही समझ आना चाहिए कि वो क्या कर रहा होगा। ऑब्वियसली वो सारे स्टेट्स को कंपेयर नहीं करेगा, अब वो कुछ स्टेट्स को कंपेयर करेगा। अब वो कुछ स्टेट कैसे कंपेयर करेगा, दैट वी हैव टू सी इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। तभी आपको समझ में आएगा कि हाँ, तब मजा आएगा आपको पढ़ने में कि ये प्रॉब्लम थी और आज हम इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, राइट? एनीबॉडी, एनी अदर प्रॉब्लम, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? ओके
सर।
यस मोहम्मद आसिफ।
हेलो।
हाँ यस बेटा, पूछो।
हेलो।
हेलो, हाँ जी बेटा बोलो, आ रही आवाज आपकी।
Sir, in the first step, we said key we generate the entire, and then by using the utility function. Hello.
Yes, बोलो, आ रही है आपकी आवाज, आप बोलो।
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
जी सर। सर फर्स्ट स्टेप में हमने कहा था कि we generate the entire tree by using the utility function to get
No,
the
no, no.
utility values.
No, no,
Sir,
no, 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 no.
where did we use the utility function and how did we generate this tree?
सी अगेन आप भटक गए। आप हमने फर्स्ट स्टेप में ये बोला था कि हम जितने भी स्टेट स्पेसिस हैं, स्टेट स्पेसिस से एक ट्री को जनरेट करेंगे
जी
और फिर उस ट्री की मदद से हम यूटिलिटी वैल्यूज को कैलकुलेट करेंगे जो हमने कैलकुलेट करी है। वो स्टेप
Okay,
नंबर
sir.
2 है, राइट। स्टेप नंबर 1 ये नहीं है कि
सर
हाँ, बोलो।
कि सर ये जनरेट कैसे किया सर, ये ट्री समझ में नहीं आया सर कि जनरेट
मैं
कैसे
बताऊंगा,
किया।
राइट। तुम्हें कोई भी गेम अगर जैसे टिकटॉक 2 गेम है तो उसके स्टेट स्पेसिस जनरेट करने आते हैं।
यस सर।
ओके, बस वो स्टेट स्पेसिस को आपने अरेंज कर दिया इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ट्री।
मतलब सर कोई मेथड नहीं है, कैसे भी कर दो।
हाँ, मेथड है। इन द लास्ट क्लास वी लर्न ना, मेरे को लगता है तुम मिस कर गया। ओके, सी लास्ट क्लास में एक गेम को कैसे ये टिकटॉक 2 में कैसे बनाया था तूने भाई। एक ने पहले मूव ये चला तो दूसरा स्टेट कैसे बनेगा, दूसरा लेवल कैसे बनेगा, दूसरे के बाद या तो यहाँ चलेगा या यहाँ चलेगा एंड ब्ला 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 ब्ला, ऐसे इसके बनाएगा
उसके
इसके
पॉसिबल
बनाएगा।
आउटकम्स।
हाँ, सबके पॉसिबल आउटकम बनाएगा तो ये लेवल 2 बनेगा तेरा, फिर लेवल 3 बनेगा, फिर ऐसे ऐसे करके पता नहीं कितने सारे बनेंगे और एट द एंड तो यूटिलिटी फैक्टर अपने पहले सबसे पहले वैल्यू देगा, फिर उसके ऊपर मिन मैक्स एल्गोरिथम चलेगी। समझ में आ गया? अब तू कहेगा ये वैल्यूज में, हाँ ये वैल्यूज कैसे देगा जी भाई। अगर 0 वाला जीता तो उसको -1 दे दी और प्लस वाला अगर ड्रॉ हो गया तो 0 वैल्यू दे दी। ये तो तेरे पास स्केल होगा ना कि जैसे जैसे तू होटल में गया, यहाँ पे तो टिकटॉक 2 में तो 3 ही चीजें होंगी, या तो 0 जीतेगा या काटा जीतेगा या फिर कोई भी जीतेगा नहीं। लेकिन सपोज कर तू किसी होटल में गया या कोई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम है जिसके मल्टीपल स्टेट्स हैं, मल्टीपल आउटपुट्स पे जीत सकता है। जैसे होटल में गया, खाना खाया, अब खाना खाने के बाद वो तेरे से रेटिंग मांग रहे हैं तो तू क्या बोलेगा? अच्छा है, बुरा है, बहुत ज़्यादा टेस्टी है, थोड़ा कम टेस्टी है, स्पाइसी है या बहुत कम स्पाइसी है। तो ये सारे तेरे आउटकम्स हैं और इन सारे आउटकम्स की कोई पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू को तू सेट करेगा। आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट मोहम्मद आसिफ?
यस सर, यस सर।
हाँ, तो ये जो आउटपुट, जैसे अभी यहाँ पे अगर जहाँ पे इस गेम की बात करें, सपोज कर ये कोई गेम है, ये जो वैल्यू इसने रैंडमली यहाँ पे दी है -1 4 2 6, ये क्या है? ये वैल्यू बेसिकली एक स्केल है, ये एक तरह का स्केल है। जैसे जैसे मैं तो कोई भी रेस्टोरेंट का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, तो रेस्टोरेंट में गया तो वहाँ पे तेरे पास कई तरीके के आउटपुट्स हो सकते हैं। या तो मतलब वहाँ पे खाली गेम के अंदर तो यही 3 फैक्टर्स होते हैं बेसिकली, या तो वो जीता या दूसरा जीता या फिर उसका ड्रॉ हो गया। इसके अलावा कोई स्टेट हो नहीं सकती, ठीक है। या अगर कोई दूसरी गेम है तो डिपेंड करता है ना गेम टू गेम कि उसके अंदर क्या क्या आउटपुट एट द एंड आ सकते हैं। तो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन गेम टू गेम और प्रॉब्लम टू प्रॉब्लम व्हाट आर द वेरियस आउटकम्स कैन बी कम। आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड?
यस सर, गॉट इट।
if you still have a doubt you may ask me because this thing is clear to me.
सर समझ गया सर। ये टर्मिनल वैल्यूज जो है ये बेसिकली स्केल है और इसके बिहाफ पे सारा कुछ हो रहा है ऑलरेडी।
वेरी गुड। क्योंकि जब भी तू कोई गेम बनाएगा, गेम इज व्हाट यार, गेम इज व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इट गेम। जब भी हम गेम का नाम सुनते हैं हमारे दिमाग में मारियो, स्ट्रीट फाइटर, पबजी ये सब आ जाता है। अरे गेम इज व्हाट? गेम इज अ पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन। It may be a situation, you know, there are some situational kind of games are also there, जिसके अंदर तू एक रूम के अंदर है, देख कभी खेली है ऐसी गेम, सिचुएशनल गेम जिसके अंदर तू एक रूम के अंदर है, तेरे को कुछ पिक करना है, नेक्स्ट मूव तेरे को कोई हिंट दे देंगे तेरे को, उसके फिर तू नेक्स्ट मूव एक दरवाजा खुल जाएगा, फिर तू नेक्स्ट रूम में चला जाएगा। ऐसी गेम खेली?
यस सर, रूम एस्केप्स।
हाँ, रूम एस्केप्स। नहीं खेलनी है तो खेलना, जरा ये बता रहा है जो गेम, ये वाली खेलना आप। उसके अंदर भी यही है, राइट। सो आई थिंक, आई होप, अब मैं स्क्रीन को यहाँ पे अनशेयर कर रहा हूँ।